Most video editors think they're broke because their editing isn't good enough. So what do? They keep learning new transitions, they keep downloading new plugins, they keep watching tutorials about cinematic effects. And every month they tell themselves the same thing. Once my editing gets better, then clients will start coming. But here's the truth. That belief is the biggest lie in the freelancing world right now. And it's the exact reason thousands of video editors are still struggling to make money in 2026. Because better editing alone does not automatically lead to better clients. And once you understand what I'm going to explain in this video, you will probably realize that the thing you have been trying to fix might not even be the real problem. But before I break this down, if you are someone serious about becoming a professional video editor, charging lots of money, check the top link in the description and that might help you. Now the biggest lie in freelancing is this idea. If I just become a better editor, clients will come automatically. And on surface that sounds logical. If you are good at something, people should want to pay you for it, right? So naturally most editors force almost all their time on improving their editing skills. They practice new styles, they learn motion graphics, they try to master sound design, they spend hours perfecting color grading. And again, none of that is bad. Becoming a skilled editor is important. But the problem is when editors believe editing is the only thing that matters. Because the reality of freelancing looks very different. The editors who are consistently getting good clients are not just good editors. They are editors who understand two things: editing and marketing. The real formula looks like this: good editing plus good marketing equals better clients. If your editing is amazing but nobody knows you exist, you won't get clients. If your editing is decent but you are excellent at marketing yourself, you will get clients. This is something a lot of beginners don't realize, because when they look at successful editors online, they only see the final videos. They don't see the outreach, they don't see the positioning, they don't see the personal brand. So the beginner assumes the only difference between them and the successful editors is the editing skill. But most of the time that's not actually the case. Which brings us to a really important question. How do you know if your editing is actually the problem? Now this is where most editors stay confused. They are not sure if they should spend more time improving their editing or start focusing on getting clients. So here's a very simple exercise that can answer that question for you. Open Instagram, YouTube or Pinterest, then search for the type of editing that you want to specialize in. For example, let's say you want to edit SaaS animation. Go to Instagram and search SaaS, or go to YouTube or Pinterest and do the same. What you will start seeing are the top performing edits in that niche. Videos that companies are already using, videos that brands are already paying for, videos that represent the current market standard. Now here's the important part. Don't just watch them casually. Save a few of them, maybe 5 to 10 examples, then open your own edits and compare them side by side. Not emotionally, but objectively. Ask yourself a few simple questions. Does my editing look similar in quality to these videos? Are my animations roughly at the same level? Would my videos feel out of place if it was posted next to these? And if someone watched both, would they immediately know which one is the beginner? Now be honest here, because this one exercise can save you months of confusion. There are only two possible outcomes. Outcome 1. Your editing skills needs work. If you compare your edits to the market leaders and the difference is very obvious, then yes, your editing still needs improvement. Maybe the motion graphics aren't as smooth, maybe the storytelling isn't as strong, maybe the pacing feels slow, or maybe the visuals don't feel polished. And that's completely fine. Every editor goes through this phase. The key is simply recognizing it early and working on it. If that's your situation, your main focus right now should be learning how to go from beginner to a professional video editor. So it can be learning the fundamentals, practicing consistently, and gradually improving your work until it reaches the level that businesses are already paying for. If that's where you are right now, I actually made a video explaining how to go from a beginner to a professional video editor and start earning money. That video gives you the exact roadmap that you should follow. So if your editing still needs work, go watch that video after this one. Now outcome number 2. Your editing is already good enough. Here's where things get interesting. A lot of editors do that comparison exercise and they realize something surprising. Their editing is actually not that far from the market level. Maybe it's not perfect, but it's close enough. But despite that, they still don't have clients. They still aren't making money. And this is where most editors start doubting themselves. They assume something must be still wrong with their editing. So they go back to watching more tutorials, learning more effects, improving small details that probably were not the real issue. Because the real problem is something else. At that point, the issue usually becomes marketing. And when people hear the word marketing, they sometimes imagine complicated strategies. But in freelancing, marketing simply means this: make sure the right people know you exist and understand the value you provide. Now that can include things like having a portfolio that clearly shows your best work, positioning yourself around a specific type of editing, sharing your work online so potential clients can discover you, and reaching out to creators or businesses who could benefit from your services. And none of that has anything to do with fancy transitions or plugins, but it has everything to do with whether clients decide to hire you. Two editors could have almost identical skill levels, but if one of them knows how to position themselves and reach the right clients while the other is just waiting to get discovered, one of them will get paid. And you know which one. That is why so many talented editors struggle, because they have been told that freelancing success is purely about editing skills, when in reality it's about editing skill combined with good marketing. So here's what I want you to do after watching this video. Don't overthink it, don't spend weeks analyzing, just take one day and that's it. Open Instagram, YouTube or Pinterest, search the type of editing you want to specialize in, save the best examples you can find, then compare them side by side with your own work. Be brutally honest here, and after doing that, you will fall into one of the two groups. If your editing clearly isn't at that level yet, then your priority is skill development. Focus on improving your craft, and if you want help with that process, watch the video that I just mentioned. I'll put that somewhere here so you can go watch that after this video. But if your editing is already close to the market level, then your next step is not more editing tutorials. Your next step is learning how to get clients, how to position yourself, how to reach the right people, and learning how to actually turn your editing skills into income. And if that's where you are right now, go watch my video on how to get your first $2,000 client as a video editor. I'll put that too in the description below and put it somewhere here. That video will show you exactly what to focus on next. Most video editors, they broke for years because they keep trying to improve the wrong thing. They keep improving editing when the real bottleneck is marketing. So take a step back, run the comparison exercise, figure out where you actually stand. And once you know that, the path forward becomes much clearer. And once again, don't forget to check the top link in the description. Peace.